Okay guys, so welcome to another Pokemon Heaven and Hell presentation, this time being about the music discs. So yeah, let's just get into it. Sound of Music. In Otala, you can obtain music discs by completing puzzles in every area. Here are all the music tracks you can unlock, as well as the areas and puzzles they are locked behind. So yeah, you can play different music, and there's a song for each area. So without further ado, let's see what they are. So we've got Free, which is an upbeat track which is just meant to provoke happy vibes, like running through a plateau in real life. It even has some ambient sound effects, which is something I like to do when I'm composing. In this case, in the slower parts of the song, there's like sounds of butterflies flapping their wings. The area you find this in is, the plateau, and the puzzle is two little fungi. So on a tree, you'll find this painting which has two fungi on it, and above them are these little fragments of a circle. And now these fungi have triangles on them instead of spots, and they're also a shade of purple. So go and find those, investigate, and then you'll find disc fragments. Then craft them into a disc and you can play the song. Then we've got Sanded, which is kind of like an almost empty feeling, but with some quite happy vibes as well. The area is the beach, and the puzzle's Seaside Rumble. So there'll be a rumble, kind of like in Mario Odyssey. You need to investigate the area, and you'll get the disc by kicking the sand in the area. Just a basic puzzle, because the beach is probably the most basic area in the game. Then we've got Navajo, which in Greek actually means wreck, and it's like this really cool upbeat EDM song, which is just super amazing, and it was easily one of the most fun ones to compose. That and one we'll see much later were really fun. The area is the ruins, and the puzzle's Cruising Columns, which is a pushing puzzle, and if you do it, the disc will spawn. Then we've got Mystery, and now it starts off kind of like something you'd hear in a sci-fi movie intro, but then you hear like a melody being made up using ambient sounds of crystals forming, and there's even this part towards the end of the song where it just sounds super creepy. Because in the lore, Ani, the boss, was the monster that drove people out of Area and Terabang, and so since this is in Area and Terabang, it makes sense to have sort of a creepy part at the end. And the puzzle is minecart malarkey, where you need to drag a minecart back to one of the last remaining mine settlements that Ani didn't take over. Then we've got Worship, and it's kind of like something you'd hear at a church, but with sounds of like magic to represent the bishops, since this is in the temple. And the puzzle's Secret Entrance, where you'll need to find a way to get into this secret chamber, and you'll find some workers from Ireland who can lead you in there, so you do that. Then we've got Depth from the Woods, which is kind of a spooky song because the woods are kind of haunted, and the puzzle is Poisonous Pails, where a scientist in the woods wants you to bring back some poison from the lake so that he can study it. So you grab a pail, you get the poison, and you bring it back. They've got Unarmed, which is actually a remix of Unarmed by Dex Larson and Emily Abela. And it's actually a boss theme for Behemoth, who is a Pokemon based on the Kaiju. The area is Mudtown, and Puzzle is a Legends biology where a scientist wants you to get a legendary Pokemon and first of all make it faint, then bring an item from it, and then get it to the scientist. And the Pokemon will change base each time you do this. They've got Parazinos. Now, this was the most fun one to compose. It's found in the Acid Factory, and Parazinos actually means strange in Greek. This is like a dubstep track, but it's got lots of weird sound effects. Like there's a bunch of animal sounds, sponges wiping, gunshots, etc. It's just wild. And the puzzle is unlocking inventions, where you need to find keys to the invention room, where you can find some random stuff as well as the desk. Then we've got Fear. The area is Gengar's yard, and it's where you need to get and it's kind of like a spooky track based on Miami Hotline, and it's got like choirs singing and a music box. And then the puzzle is Grave Clearance, where there's a drawing on a tree and it'll list different, and it'll show like an overhead view of the area, but some of the graves will be a different colour. You can click on those graves to free souls from them, and those souls will give you the disc. So yeah. Then we've got Valley in the Bonelands. It's kind of like a country song, an ambient country song with the sounds of bones breaking and sand being stepped on. And the puzzle is Wawa's portrait, where you can find a Wawa and it'll be sad. Then you can give it this portrait of a Wawa, which is found somewhere in the Bonelands. This one location's random every time you play the game. And then you can give it to it, and Wawa will give you the disc. It's a unique puzzle utilising Pokemon. Then we've got Ping. Area is Rocky Shore, and this is a disc which kind of sounds like the song Antenna, or at least takes inspiration from it, but it also has beach vibes. And this is the special property where any Pokemon in the Rokui line will dance to it, because it's basically become a meme at this point, penguins dancing to funky music. And the puzzle's fragmented pools, where you can find disc fragments in rock pools and craft them to get the full disc. Then Eruption and Frostburn Peak. This is actually a remix of Ground Zero by Dex Larson. The snow, the kind of cold, icy parts are pre-drop, but then the fast parts, which are meant to represent a volcano erupting, because, you know, it's called Eruption, and Frostburn Peak is literally a snowy volcano. So yeah. Then the puzzle's the volcano's secret. So you'll find some cranes from the miners in Ireland up the top of the volcano, and you need to bring one Clipang engine to power a crane, use it, and then get the disc from the lava. Now we come to a very unique disc. 666 is Hell's disc, and I'm just going to be completely real. I had way too much fun composing this one as well. So it's based on the song from the level in GD called Save As, known as the Noise Experiment, where it's kind of like creepy and it feels like there's a further meaning behind it. And the meaning of this one is it's meant to audibly represent a battle between light and darkness, where at the end, darkness just completely takes over. And I think I did pretty well. And the puzzle is dungeon depth. Why is there no colon? So, dungeon depth is where you'll go into the secret hell dungeon and and find different tiles that you can hit. Once you've hit all the tiles, a secret room down to a lower level will spawn, and the music disc will be yours. Then Ascent is a remix of Beast Mode by Dex Arson, and it's used as Shimo's boss theme. Shimo is based on the kaiju, as you'd expect. The area is Mount Arceus, and the puzzle is Standy Repair Job. So there's this Pokemon which can move rocks to reveal secrets, and in this, you need to use it, but you can't use it when you first arrive because the Standee that indicates a traversal Pokemon can be used is in disrepair. So you need to collect some wood from the woods or just any area with trees to then repair it, and then you can move a rock and go into the secret alcove containing the disc. Now we've got Ballad. The area is Heaven, and again, I'd say this is my third favourite one to compose. It starts with organ sounds, like something you'd hear in a church, with angels singing and flapping their wings. But then it transitions to a hardcore, like almost death metal song, and it is just so good. Once this game comes out, this is probably going to be a lot of people's favourite song. Oh yeah, and the puzzle's Caged Gold. So you need to use the rock moving Pokemon once again to move some cages containing discs around Heaven. And then once you've got all the disc fragments, you can finally craft them. And just so you know, this is the final disc to require crafting. And now we've got the disc ? So you'll find this in a chest in the beach, and just play the game for yourself. You'll definitely be quite surprised by this song. And the puzzle, and actually it's not really a puzzle, but to get this, you need to 100% complete the game. Yep. Do everything, collect everything, get every Pokemon, max out all the levels, etc. And you'll get this disc as a reward. Then finally, now what? And this will tell you how to play music. To play music, go into your device and click on the music note icon. Just so you know, the device is the device that Zeus or Satan, depending on the version, talks to you through. You can then choose to play any song at any time. Or at the very least, when you're not in a battle. So, if you ever wanted to listen to Parazinos during a battle, you can't. But anyways, that is about it for the music discs. I know this is quite long, but there was a lot to talk about, so yeah. I promise the next one won't be as long. Bye.